Hello everyone, this is Mr. O'Brien. I just wanted to post a video explaining the assignments to give you a little bit of direction aside besides just typing it out. I'm sure you'd be okay just reading the typed directions, but I figured I'd talk to you a little bit. So if you look on the class website, I made an exhaustive list of all the things that are due. And by exhaustive, I mean it's a complete list. There will be nothing else. All right, so if you look at number 1, that's the video quiz that you already knew about. And you already knew about numbers 10 and 11. All right, but everything else is new. All right, and we're going back to the Malcolm X, Martin Luther King packet. All right, I've been working very, very hard the past 4 days. I began doing this about 6 days ago, but the past 4 days I've been working seemingly nonstop. I had to make about 20 videos. Then I had to turn all that into Google Forms, so on and so forth. And I did that so that you guys would be able to finish this in a reasonable amount of time, so you would have more time to write your paper. All right. There actually isn't much content for the year after this packet. Maybe Vietnam War, Black Panthers, COINTELPRO, and Iraq War. Pretty much that's kind of it. So I tried to stagger them. So every day or a couple of days you had things due, and I laid off a little bit during spring break. All right, but I have you finishing on the 20th, on April 20th. All right. Why don't I have Doc 19 there? I know I misnumbered them. Let me make sure 19 is skipped. 20. No, 19 should be there, so I may be updating that list. All right, but 19 should be there. Okay, that's the very famous Dr. King's Beyond Vietnam speech. All right. If at any point you have any questions about these docs, content, please shoot me an email. I'll probably post the answer on Google Classroom, so please stay attuned to that even when you're not doing the work. And my plan, I don't know how it's going to work out, and I've done it before. My plan is once a week, maybe Thursday, have like a Google Hangout, and you guys can ask questions out loud to me about the documents. All right. So my plan is to send out an invite on Google Classroom. I think you just click on the link and it'll bring you to the meeting. All right. I know what to do, but I've never done it before, so we'll see how it works out. To give you an idea of the assignments, all right. This kind of packet isn't really meant to be done remotely. I did the best I could to try and work our way through it. So, for example, let's take Nonviolence and Racial Justice in the Christian Century, Martin Luther King document. This is what I call a double Google form. All right. What that means is, and I'd say about a third of these documents are this, and the rest aren't. But a double Google form, and you can tell right away. I put it in the description right here. You can tell if it is or it isn't. I basically would like you to read the text. Don't worry about reading the head note because I do that when I go over it in video. But read the text, answer the questions. All right. It doesn't have to be very lengthy answers. Answer it as you would if you were writing it down in the packet. Right. And then I think I have to, because it's a required thing. I think to show you what it looks like, I have to just answer these. Okay, that's the fifth one. All right, as best you can. Then when you go to the next section, it says with video. These are the videos I had to make that I made. I made a video of me going over the text. And then, you have to, I've got to fix that. That should be paragraph response, not multiple choice. But then you write, you rewrite your answers, retype your answers. And if you learn, hopefully you learn new things with me going over it, you would type your augmented or improved answer. in the second section. It's perfectly fine if you have the same exact answer first and second section. If what you put in the first section was entirely sufficient. All right. So you're not going to automatically lose credit for having the same exact answer. Let's just hope your first answer was adequate. I know it's redundant. You're going to feel like you're doing it kind of 2 or 3 times, writing it down and also typing it 2 different times. But it was the best way I could think of to have you read it on your own, then have me go over it, and then you type your answers as if we were in class. My suggestion would be to just kind of maybe type your responses on a separate document and just copy. I don't know if you can go back to the first section within the Google form. I don't know. But you could just copy and paste. That's perfectly fine. And then add to the second section if you need to. And then you would click on submit. Okay. Well, there is a back button here, so that would work out the best if you can go back and just copy and paste and maybe add to it. All right. So that is a double Google form, and for the most part, these are for the documents within the packet that don't have an accompanying video or audio. And in the packet, if you see something like this, let me make this bigger so you can see it. If you see a YouTube link underneath the document, that means that I do have a video to go with it. And usually those are not the double Google forms. But again, you can just see it right away. I put it in the description. Okay. Let me see if this is an example of, this is a double Google form. Let me find what I know that is not. Okay. I don't have a mouse for this laptop. It's kind of annoying. Okay. This one is not a double Google form. Let me show you what it looks like. All right. It just says the video is the reading of the text, discussion of the questions and answers. And you just watch the video and type in your answers and write them down in your packet as I go along. All right. So I did this. I worked very diligently for these last several days. I didn't finish until 3:30 a.m. on Wednesday night or Thursday morning, so I can get these out to you and post them, so that you're not doing this packet until the end of April, leaving you only a few weeks, 3-4 weeks to write your final paper. I wanted you guys to have more time. All right. So I did this with you guys in mind. Okay. So those are the assignments. All right. So I'll probably be fixing this list to include document 19, and I'll be looking at that Google form to make it a paragraph response, not multiple choice. All right. Again, if you have any questions about any of the content, shoot me an email and ask. I'll answer them. I may put the typed question and answer on Google Classroom for everybody's benefit. And also, please look out for the once a week Google Hangouts for you guys to ask questions. Again, I have no clue how that's going to work out. Maybe it'll be really annoying with everybody talking over each other. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So if you have any questions, please ask.